I'm taking my freedom back. I'm living in freedom now. Hey, heads down.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I'm just hoping it good wherever you are. And I want to say welcome back to Inquisitive Mindz. First show for the year 2022. We're very happy, very blessed. We thank God for the opportunity to be on the airwaves, to be in video. All right. And first of all, as usual, as per customary, I want to ask the other hosts to give us a hello and reintroduction. Let me reintroduce myself at home. And I'll leave it up to you guys who want to start with. Normally, I'll ask somebody to start, but I'll leave it up to Ole this time.
I will jump in. I will jump in because
Right,
I know the esteemed gentleman on the other end of this panel here. Yeah, I know when he starts, yeah, he just get a little long-winded too now. So let me get a word in before you go on one of his very, very circular discourses. So this is Ricardo Mitchell, the social sage and the local sage here, representing Inquisitive Mindz. These are my friends, these are my brothers, and I'm very excited to be here at the start of another glorious God-given year. It might not feel like it at the time, but generally looking back, these are the seasons that make. Sometimes they make things get better, and sometimes they make things that couldn't stand fall apart. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be here with you guys, to have some discourse, to have some conversation. 2021 was very interesting. And let me put it this way, plain talk bad manners. I mean, it's only justice that, they could see who it is only dealing with too now, So yeah, we here, we in it. What we gonna do?
And the second boss himself.
I don't know. This man starts off the program with a high level of dishonesty.
You understand? First time for the year.
First thing for the year, you lying to our viewers and listeners, boy. The man say how the other guests, the other hosts, just go on long-winded. What's that? Anyhow, let's get on into that. We'll save that for another show. All right. This is yours truly, DJ Aaron 868. I'm always great and I am never late. And first and foremost, I want to say thank you to each and everyone who has been with us for the past year and more. And I want to wish you all a very happy new year. And for 2022, we know that new year, new me. We don't do that. We at Inquisitive Mindz try to make a positive change each and every day. Every time God grants you the gift of life when you open your eyes, try to make a change for the better. If you do 3 push-ups yesterday, try to do 4 today. And according to our partner of mine, if you drink 1 bottle of alcoholic beverage yesterday, drink half the day after. Right?
I was worried about which way that was gonna go in.
Going in the right direction.
Yeah, going in the right direction. Right? And just to say, look out for more from us for 2022, and not just under the Inquisitive Mindz umbrella. Each one of us has our own individual projects. So look out for us. You could follow Ricardo with Operation Floodgates. Well, Zoom stuff still in the works, so we're currently let you know exactly what it is. And if you want to check out my mixes and stuff like that, you could follow me on SoundCloud or on YouTube. Just search for DJ Aaron 868. That's with 2 A's.
Excellent, man. Thanks a lot, man.
Mm-hmm. And but, you had to introduce yourself now, right?
And I was actually going to introduce him, but
yeah. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, to all the viewers and listeners, Brendan James is the name. Out here trying to make a difference. 2021 was beautiful. 2021 will be beautifuler.
2020. 2020. I guess again.
You know, but if you want to do last year, last year was so good. You want to do it again?
When I replicate it, 2022 will be greater. Aaron touched something very, very, very poignant there. In that we trying to make better decisions every day. I'm really happy that you said that because it is along the lines of what we're going to talk about. But before we get into that, let me ask you guys, what your thoughts about 2021 in terms of our last season and some of the episodes, and any reflections on what the work that we did?
Let me go first on this one.
Yeah, man.
I was very proud that you all were able to see this luscious beard in our last episode for the year. No, I'm being honest, but that was a vain moment there. But, it was a great transition for us to move within a year from audio to visual. It takes some shows a very lengthy period for that change to happen, and we were able to execute it within a very short period of time. And publicly, we want to thank our visual editor. I don't know what side he on in this thing.
Yeah, point to yeah. Look over. Look right here. Look right here.
I can't point. So I
just point at the screen. Just point at the point. Yeah. Look
all I go.
Right. I want to publicly thank Ricardo Mitchell for his excellent editing skills with putting together and making us look, well, some of us look even more handsome than we already are.
Yeah, a little bit of see.
The shine off my head and thing.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. I could fix that, dog. I could fix that.
You could put here on mine now.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's technology, not magic. I am. Now, but on the real, it's been interesting. Apparently the only thing I do have a filter for is my mouth. So being able to edit and correct, I think it was something that I had to learn one way or another.
You don't have to watch it up, right?
Hey, I'm working on that, but that would explain a lot why I saw that time in. But anyway, now on the real, it's really been a pleasure doing this. I didn't realize how much I enjoyed putting these types of things together, and that is a real nice segue, But I ain't gonna take it. I can still throw it back onto Brendan.
Yeah.
For me, 2021 was growth in areas that I didn't plan on, but thanks to the company that I had, I was a lot more receptive to. It was interesting. It was interesting that there was subtle changes that added up. It wasn't melodramatic. It wasn't you wake up one morning and your whole world different. It was legitimately a case of every step that you were taking before led somewhere. And you might not realize that you reach, but it led to somewhere that was different to where you were. So 2021, would I do it again? I would. I actually would do 2021 all over again. And not plenty people could say that. So I just want to thank God for it. And see what I could do with 2022.
Yeah, beautiful, man. I mean, 2021 for me was again being awed by the power of conversation, buddy. I remember after doing some of the episodes we did and have people call me and account point by point all the points we made in the podcast to show, listen, these are the areas in which you all could have refined these points. And in depth of conversation, say you need to talk about this the next time, and these are the things that we need to talk about. And I'm like in awe, like, boss, I haven't talked to you in about 6 months. But as much I'm happy for the call, but it's like you reach out to me, but then you reach out to me to recount something that we put out because it had you thinking and it had you engaged. And I thought that was like, wow, okay, you're making an impact. And one was not even from Trinidad. It was a call from outside, I was like, wow, okay, we're doing something here. And meet and link with so many people that share values. I thought that was excellent for 2021. And I'm hoping to double that in 2022. Meet more people, have more in-depth conversations and and do it in sneakers, right?
Talking sense in sneakers.
Yeah.
That's a plan. That's a plan.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say on that note, Brendan, you raise a point. You see, one of the things that happened as well because of the conversations we having is that other people having conversations now. And you know what I love? I love the fact that after the fact, after the show, after one of these fun but thought-provoking conversations, people are thinking about what we were talking about. And so much so that they're coming back to you with conversation. That is the whole point. Inquisitive Mindz is not about telling people what the answers are, is about getting you to start thinking about what questions should we be asking, who should we be asking these questions, right? We don't know more than everybody else, but I guarantee we're going to ask more. And Aaron, I see a visual, a cue from you, like you was gonna jump in. It looked like a timely jump in.
Yeah, because one of the things that we have realized within recording our sessions is that you all only get the tip of the iceberg of the kind of conversations that we have.
Yeah, boy.
When we
do our after credits.
Yeah, because when we finish, when we hit to end the recording, the conversations that we have with some of our guests are so thought-provoking. It's a shame sometimes that you all are not in the room to hear them, but sometimes you already can't hear them.
Yeah.
Let me put it like this, right? I doubt all you want to sit down and listen to us talk for 3.5 hours. And even if you do, I know from some of the things that we saying and unearthing really good for rebroadcast. But
I know that's what I'm not going to say, but we sit down and listen to other things for like 5 hours. But I might get in trouble if I say that. So
yeah, boy. But
I feel it.
Who was the longest boy? I think that the longest after conversation probably was Ruana.
Well, here the catch. If I'm not mistaken, I think we had a 2-hour conversation after the recording, but we also had a 2-hour conversation when we did the panel of ladies extraordinary. When
Zoom,
that Black Air Force Energy and barbershop thing.
Yeah, boy. Zoom. We need to do another one of that this year. But
yes.
I not answering no questions this time. Just saying.
But we had to find a way to spin it, right? We had to find a way to spin. We had to find a way to jazz it up, you know.
But fellas, before we as we normally do, before we get too in depth into the blog and everything, you know, there's something that we have come to let you, the viewers and listeners, know about today. So, Ricardo, you want to take front on this one?
Sure. I want to invite you guys to check out our first episode for the year. This is not it. You know, this is our catch up. But the first content we did this year was actually not as hosts, but as guests. We were invited to be a part of the pilot episode of Chit Chat with 2 T's from one of our favorite, our most awe-inspiring, our most thought-provoking, one of our most charismatic peers, J'elle Valdez. She
was brave enough to have us as guests.
And listen, all I'm saying is I was heard that the bar was set pretty high. That's feedback that was received.
You're not tooting your own horn.
No, sir. If you want, I could probably somewhere here, I could actually put a little screenshot of where it was sent to me. But the premise is we understand the importance of conversation. We also definitely understand the importance of mental health. And we also accept our responsibility as men who are open to conversations and open to conversations about mental health, about representing such accordingly. So we joined J'elle for a conversation that I hope proves fruitful for you, as beneficial for you as it did for us. And we invite you to check out her new YouTube page, J'elle Valdez. You could search Chit Chat with 2 T's. That is literally CHIT, CHATT with 2 T's, or J'elle Valdez, and it should come up. And I will probably put a picture somewhere here.
You're blocking my head.
Why would I? I wouldn't do you that, Aaron.
Guys, this is where you'll just hear my voice and not see me.
You'll see a nice new logo.
Yeah. I know, yeah, no.
Yeah, that's but what I really enjoyed that show with J'elle because it was a nice way to start the year. I mean, we all reflect, but there's something about when you're reflecting out loud that makes it different than mental assessment of where you were versus where you want to go, and a self-assessment. And you're able to share on it. And her professional opinion without sounding professional, which to me is a skill. You give a professional opinion, but make it sound like, hey, it's a friend telling a friend. But you know there's depth behind it. You know, I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Keep it in the streets.
And then I get to dress all as normally dressed, which are sleepless and things.
Hey, J'elle is about the actual factuals, dog.
Understand?
And it's really a beautiful space for normalizing mental health conversation, you know,
Yep.
and helping to reframe what we think mental health looks like.
Yep.
Right? So,
Just for transparency purposes, I would say that someone did provide feedback to me, and they said it was very enlightening to hear three, and I'll be frank with it, three young Black men being open about discussing mental health.
Yes, that's
right?
nice, bro.
So but as a matter of fact, you don't even need to have all the time in the world. If you're working Port of Spain and you have data on your phone, you could stream it. And if you're not driving, just had to make sure and say that. If you're not driving, you could stream it.
if you are driving, you could play it on
Let's do
SoundCloud. You could play it on SoundCloud.
Well, I was actually gonna say if you are driving, what you could do is probably, if you have the fancy deck and thing, you could Bluetooth it now.
Hey, listen, you the DJ, right? You see the techno man when it comes to this thing.
If you have an aux cord in your car, sorry, you know,
A aux cord.
yeah, if you're old school.
That's the Oxford.
Yeah. But yeah, so check out Chit Chat with 2 T's with J'elle Valdez. I guarantee you'll enjoy the conversation. And in blowing my horn, hear what I'm telling you. We're not just talking the talk, we're trying to walk the walk.
Humility.
I am proud of the project.
Humility.
I am proud of her.
Humility.
And you know what? I am proud of us. Because some of the things we jump out and say on camera about where we are, it's not every day you hear that conversation. So I am proud of us. We're not just talking the talk and then going about a separate secret life. We being.
I'm not Batman.
I know that. You're more like Ant-Man.
And that's how we end today's episode. Remember, guys, you can follow us or search for Inquisitive Mindz on any of the major streaming platforms. Wherever you would put an S, you put a Z.
So talking about, and if you want to email us, inquisitivemindz360 with all these E's at gmail.com.
Yeah.
We are on Facebook now in terms of our page. Feel free to tag, to blog, to message. We're on Instagram, of course, as normal. We're on anchor.fm and all podcasts. Posts. Check us out.
Yeah. Okay. And now I am actually going to J'elle's YouTube channel because, if I'm not mistaken, she has some bonus material, and I believe the second episode going up sometime soon too. So, Hey, speaking of which, catch us at the end of January. We drop in, we start anything, and we continue in visual.
As usual. Yeah, man. Look out for us, everyone. And we will cross-reference J'elle's episode on our socials. So you're able to take it in. I mean, she's part of the family, close fam, and we're very, very proud and happy of it. Well done, J'elle.
Hey,
Yeah,
J'elle, congratulations.
Yeah, J-Dub.
You just J-Dub? E-Dub just J-Dub?
Hey, don't get between that.
All right, everybody, thanks. Bless one.